Hey, it's Darcy from Jayco Ballarat. In this video, we're just going to have a quick look at the Lippert control screen. Generally, it's only in the silver lines, and I think it's also in a couple of the all-terrains. But I just wanted to go through what you're seeing on the screen so you have a better understanding of what's going on in the van. Working across from left to right at the top, you've got your battery button. That'll turn your battery management system on and off. With the silver lines, you've also got the extra panel up here that does the same thing. So you can press either or, and same goes for your hot water service and your water pump. Those two buttons in this case are down here, and you can turn them on and off. The three light circuits across here, you can turn them on and off, but there's really no point. You just do that from the power point and light switches around the van. On the right hand side here, green light indicates what power source is connected to the van. We're out in the lot, so the only thing we've got available is solar. If you were to pull up at a caravan park and plug in your mains power lead, that would illuminate. And the auxiliary, you're not really ever going to see because it'll only come on when you've got the vehicle attached and 12 volt supplies coming from your tow vehicle. Through the middle here, we've got our tank levels. So obviously we've got two freshwater tanks and a grey water tank. Two freshwater tanks are full at the moment and the grey water's empty. Over on the right hand side here, we've got a fully charged battery, so it's a solid green colour. As the battery depletes when you're running off grid, this will act as a simple bar graph to show you what is left in the battery, and it will give you an indication of how many minutes runtime you've got. Generally speaking, we tell our customers to not read too much into just looking at the bar graph, because the numbers that you get from down here, which I'll go through in a second, are a lot more beneficial, particularly if you're on the phone to the dealership trying to eliminate a problem. We're going to want to know what you're seeing on the screen here rather than what the algorithm's telling you is left in the battery. So working from left to right across here, solar is just that, it's the solar input. At the moment, we've just got a little over 3 amps of input. I would suspect we've only got one panel on this van. If we had more, that would be greater. Having said that, the battery is fully charged, so it's probably not taking much out of it anyway. At the moment, our outputs, if we jump one over, is 2.5, 2.6, which is roughly what the solar's putting in at the moment. So we're neither taking anything out of the battery or putting anything into it, and that's why we're seeing zero there. If there was no solar available, so say it's at night time, the 2.5 amps would be coming out of the battery, so you would see a negative 2.5 there. Next day when the sun's up and it's putting charge back into the battery and you're not using anything in the van, the 2.8 that's available with solar would be going all into the battery at this current moment. Over on the far right, it's showing us what the voltage battery is. So fully charged battery, 13.5 volts. You might find this drops down to 12 something overnight with consumption. If it's anything lower than that, you might have an issue with your battery, or you've just been running too many days running off grid and you haven't had enough sunlight to replenish the battery charge. So at some point, you're going to get to the point which is the threshold of the safe mode of the battery system, and it will shut the battery down. Something to keep in mind with lithium batteries, the lithium battery has its own circuit board built into the battery, and if that is depleted too much, that will go into its own safe mode and you can't wake it up using the battery management system. If it gets that low, you're going to need to connect a external battery charger directly to the battery to get it back up to a point where it's operational, and then the battery management system in the caravan can take over from there.